Welcome back. This is Sports Zone on Joy Prime. We're live till 10:30, bringing you unrivaled perspective on some of the biggest talking points from this weekend. And talking about talking points, there was a big one this weekend as well. Actually, earlier today, Samuel Eto'o has been banned 6 months by FIFA from attending any international match, including the matches of his own country, Cameroon. 6 months. Because they say he went to the Women's World Cup in Colombia, he went to misbehave. Whether he went to insult some people in the dugout or they didn't specify. But anyway, we'll get into that. But guys are here. Sicho Philip, Ashrim, and Daniel Kranz. Guys, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Today you guys coordinated was like you were reading my mind. Everybody's wearing petticoat. Meanwhile, I didn't tell you to wear some.
Yeah, I mean, we're discussing that. Yes. How are we all?
You know what? Next time, going forward, every Monday I'll coordinate the outfit.
Why?
So that I'll come with Yai.
You know, so it means you'll be giving a...
don't worry.
Destiny.
Wardrobe money. Yeah, you don't have a problem. You don't have a problem.
I like the thing.
Yeah, giving a E for...
Wardrobe A.
Wardrobe A.
If necessary.
Oh, man.
Charlie, how are you, my guy?
Yeah, doing well.
Charlie, I like your watches too. Hey, you people are showing levels.
Wait. We've not been together in a while.
No. It's just last Monday.
No.
Before that
was then I did leave.
Yeah.
When you did this thing.
They bring Achu.
Wait, 2 weeks ago to Dano Town.
You know
Yes.
town.
So it means
like
for like 2 months.
6 weeks.
No,
Yeah.
2 months.
Yeah.
4 weeks.
Yeah, man.
I left.
Charlie, good to see you again, bro.
Oh, guys. Yeah, we true. I went to the squad in a while.
Yeah.
The last one was you then Achu.
Yeah. Achu and
Chasam.
Yeah.
Chasam has run away to Takradi.
Yeah.
But anyway, I like your watch, man. What brand is it?
Philip Patek.
Hey.
I don't know, man.
Check it.
Philip Patek.
Your watch is a Patek Philippe. Or if you Ghana Patek Philippe or...
No, the Ghana will be Patek Philippe.
You want to feel it.
No, you didn't do that.
You want to feel it.
This is the original.
Yeah, I like hand pieces. Watch.
Oh, God.
So, yeah.
You see, the reason... no, it's a nice watch.
Yeah, very nice.
It's certainly not a $100,000 watch. It's a very beautiful watch.
Who told you it's not $100,000 watch?
Joe, is it a $100,000 watch?
I don't like to disclose how much I spend on it.
They didn't show you.
Sharp.
Yeah, I just don't like to disclose how
This
much
camera
I
guy is wicked.
But,
That's actually a very beautiful
but it's
watch.
quite expensive, but I just don't like to disclose.
You know, the thing is, me, friend to Tahiru, friend to, I don't care about brand. If it is nice, I like it. So if it is not original Patek Philippe, and they have done Patek Philippe, and it is nice, I will buy and wear. If you ask me whether I bought it from Switzerland or, Danikide, I'll show you your watch.
Hey, who's that? By the view.
Your watch, they go.
Hey, better show my ring too.
There's a media, they will show my watch. Because nobody there behind the camera will show my watch. Yes, please too.
His one is rolling.
They go show my watch that you are Roland.
It's a gentleman. It's a sports show. Otherwise, like I'll give some few tips on how to.
Next week, I'll wear this watch song. Your Patek Philippe.
I love that.
You say you won't be what?
Party.
I love that. You should.
If you joke, next week I'll wear Audemars Piguet.
But you get some, so you know, say go.
I go wear AP come here.
No, but you get some.
You get some.
Yeah. This one be my cousin. He buy me the watch from duty free. No be expensive watch. Be Camel. If they come from, he goes to Tanzania. If they come, he buy me.
No, by the B.
The watch.
I like the cuts.
Yeah, the watch in name be. The watch in name be Seconda. Just say be second hand.
You the man.
Oh, he wants to say the watch in name be. But the bottom line is it fits.
And it's nice.
You understand? And it's beautiful. Yeah. So me, I don't care. So long as it's nice, it's nice. Anyway, enough of our watches. But you guys sport it. I'll wear one next week. I'm telling you. God, I watch the beam me rough. DK, you said
the compliment
DK,
the 10 threats.
you don't believe me?
No, they believe you.
I'll buy you one.
Yeah, I like
you
it.
want the Audemars Piguet or the Patek Philippe?
I want party.
You want Patek?
Yeah.
Next week, wear your Patek. I'll wear mine. I'll buy one for
I can't promise which watch I'll wear. If I open the watch box.
I'm asking you to.
I can't promise. It depends on what I'll wear.
The feeling.
Please, wear what will allow you to wear your
And
Patek.
sometimes if I wear this Budo, I'll go shower cam. Wear JJ something. JJ singlet. JJ watch Budo. I'll be told. Are you serious?
Are you serious? Fento say.
You don't know JJ watches Budo.
You don't respect my word, cow.
Masa. See, time to
Let's do sports.
Manchester United, that's why the show is probably brought to you by Guinness. Guinness said the same Guinness they have now brought and introduced a can for you to enjoy. Same Guinness, same can, same taste, same everything. All right? And that takes us into Guinness Match Day. We'll get into it. The show is also proudly brought to you by Syntex Tank. I tell you all the time, if you want to store water, make sure your water tank you're using is from Syntex. It's durable, it's long-lasting. They give you warranty of up to 7 years. Okay, it comes in all kinds of colors, so it doesn't discolor your house. Whatever the color of your house is, you can order a color of Syntex tank that matches it. And they have over 300 agents nationwide. You can contact them through their social media. The show is also proudly brought to you by Kivo 4-in-1 Gary mix. There's crispy Gary in there, there's sugar, there's granite, and there's milk. All right, it comes in sachet. All you need to do is rip it open, pour it into water, stir, ready meal. All right, guys. Now, we're going to get straight into Guinness Match Day and talk about Manchester United. Because like I told you, we wasted some precious minutes because of all our doomsday issues. But Man United lost this weekend, embarrassingly, by 3-0 against Tottenham Hotspur at Old Trafford. They are 12th on the league table. Ten Hag is under a lot of pressure. There are a lot of calls for him to be fired. He signed players worth £600 million since he took over the club. He spent $400 million in the last 2 seasons. He spent an extra $200 million this year. And still, the team doesn't look like it's going anywhere. Lots of pundits have said they don't understand what he's trying to do. There's no style to the football. There is no identity whatsoever. You watch United and you ask yourself, where are they going and what are they doing? So then, Sicho, Philip Achim and Daniel Cranting are here. And Daniel has prepared something. We'll get to that very shortly. But Sicho, once again, I mean, yes, granted, they played majority of the game with 10 men, but we've seen teams play with 10 men and still not get embarrassed. Man United, on the other hand, it was just bad.
Yeah, and fact, it's not a performance that is in isolation. This has been coming. If you like, it's pretty much been the whole of this season. The performance United puts up yesterday, on another day, they probably get a draw or they win games. But most often than not, they are not going to win games. Or even if they are going to do, they are going to find it difficult. So, look, I don't want people to look at this game against Spurs as a one-off. It's been every single thing that Spurs got advantage of against Man United has been something that has been there throughout the whole of last season and at the start of this season. And that is why it is difficult to look past the coach. Because when people speak about, and last season we discussed a lot here about the injuries, and I was saying, I get the injuries bit. If your manager doesn't have a complement of his squad, a full complement of the squad, it becomes difficult to see how he wants to play. However, some of the coaching in certain games hasn't inspired anything. And that is an example that we see. This squad was fit. The only player that wasn't available perhaps was Luke Shaw. Every player that he wanted was available, yet they were terrible. And it's a simple matter of a coach who I don't think at the moment or for a very long time, the players have a clear thought or idea of what the manager wants from them. And that also wasn't being held by how the summer was treated. You know, Ineos clearly didn't want him at the club. And footballers are not stupid. If you're the head of this desk, and after this show, we know that our bosses are asking for others to come and take your seat. And we have to get some inspiration from all of a sudden we know.
What do you mean they didn't want him? Were they looking for another coach?
It's public knowledge. They spoke to other managers.
Wow.
They spoke to other managers that were looking to get somebody through the door. And after he won that FA Cup, Man United fans, many people said, why he's won a cup? And what did he say? A cup success is never really a good measure of the progress that any team has made. You need the league. That is why Arsenal are not going to sack Mikel Arteta, even though he's not won anything, right? Because he's shown that there's been serious progress since he took the job. But for social media argument's sake, many Man United fans will say, oh, he's won the Carabao Cup, he's won the FA Cup, but the truth of the matter is there's no progress at this club. And to wrap it all up, this Spurs team that turned up at Old Trafford is not special.
Oh, no.
And I was looking at the team that played over the weekend. It was a midfield that won't go to any big team's ground and pick any points. They won't pick points at Liverpool. They won't pick points at Etihad. They certainly are not going to beat Arsenal. Look, they played Bentancur, Maddison, Kulusevski. All three players in their own right are good individuals. But when you look at the midfield combination of these three, on paper, that shouldn't be beating any top team at their home. And when you look at their front three, it's Johnson, it's Solanke, it's Werner, with the greatest respect to them. That is not frightening. That is not scary. So you're expecting that...
Werner hasn't changed one bit.
Yeah, and thanks to...
the same... So wasteful.
Yeah, thanks to Man United. Thanks to him, the scoreline would have been
That's
more
what I'm saying.
devastating for Man United. So what I'm saying is simply that this game is not a one-off. This game
There's
is
a pattern.
It's been there for the whole of last season, and we've only seen a continuation of it this season. Look, they'll win some games playing as bad as this, right? But it doesn't mean that the team has made any progress.
If you were asked, okay, let's say Man United, would they have taken what has happened at Arsenal over winning 2 cups in the last 2 seasons?
Yeah.
If you ask United fans...
Yeah. If you ask United fans, they will tell you, no, they will take the caps. Because football fans have got this mentality of wanting to feel better than the other fan. And the only thing they'll look at is
Trophies.
Whatever trophy it is, even if it's the Conference League, right? Even if it's the Community Shield, football fans are going to argue it. But
isn't that the essence of playing?
No,
to win.
Not necessarily. You need progress and sustainable progress. That means that you are building a team capable of dominating and winning big things. Look.
I have a question.
Yes.
If Mikel Arteta, with this Arsenal team, continues like this, maybe for 4 years in a row, 5 years in a row, okay, continuously challenging Man City every single season, doesn't win any cup for the next 5 years, and Eric Ten Hag continues on this very patchy form in the league, and every season he delivers a cup. And by the end of that 5 years spell, he has 5 cups, even though he had wishy-washy league campaigns. Who would you consider to be more successful?
No, I think
in that hypothetical situation.
I think the trophies, obviously, as we speak now, Eric Ten Hag has been a more successful manager in terms of winning trophies than Mikel Arteta in the last 2 seasons.
Yes.
But between the 2 clubs, which club is making more progress? Which team do you think that have got a chance of doing well in the Champions League? Look, Ten Hag didn't qualify to the Champions League. And even though you won the FA Cup, Man United are not making more money in competition than Arsenal because they are in the Champions League. So, and if Ineos are making sporting business, they are not only looking at winning Carabao Cups and the FA Cups. They're looking at getting the team to compete in the UEFA Champions League. That is where you earn the money. That is where you make a lot of the money. You want to play and win the Premier League. That is where you're going to make a lot of the money. Nobody spends over 600 million for a manager and ask him to compete for the Carabao Cup. You're expected to compete for the league. You're expected to put the team in the place where the club belongs. And look, ultimately, we are talking about the club Manchester United. There is a standard. There is a standard you should be aspiring to hit. If this was Spurs, it is great. It's a remarkable achievement for Spurs because they never win, right? But this is Man United we are talking about. Look at the money that they've spent, and the manager hasn't necessarily delivered. And it doesn't look like he has a way of getting the club out of this slump. Look, he'll get some good results again, but ultimately, it's not going to get the team to compete for the big things.
That's a very interesting. I don't know about you though, but it's a very tricky conversation to have because if you continue,
let's put it this way. If you own a club right now in 2024, right now, and Arteta is available and Eric Ten Hag is available, based on what the two managers have done in the last 2 seasons, who are you going to go for?
Yeah, but if Mikel, I get your point, but I'm saying that ultimately, how do you measure the success?
No. If Eric Ten Hag has been very successful,
yes, measuring success by trophies or by progress.
Okay, now let me make this question even better.
Yes.
If you've got Pep Guardiola and you've got Mikel Arteta available, right? Of the 2 managers you've got a club, who are you going to go for?
If I have Pep,
yes,
and Mikel Arteta,
yes,
I will have Pep.
Good. Pep has won trophies, hasn't he?
Yes.
But if you have Eric Ten Hag and they've got Mikel Arteta for one job, who would you go for in 2024? Even though Eric Ten Hag has won trophies. So
Depends the job I want, though. Do I want my team to win trophies? Eric Ten Hag.
Yeah,
Do I want them to challenge other teams?
No, you want your team to win trophies, yes. Will you go for Ten Hag ahead of Mikel Arteta? When you have a team like Real Madrid, you want to coach Real Madrid now.
To take you to the next level. Or keep you at a certain level.
Keep them at the level, I give them the material they need to coach. Will you look at Eric Ten Hag or you look at Mikel Arteta based on Eric Ten Hag winning the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup?
I mean, if I'm Ineos, I'm giving Eric Ten Hag a 10-year contract.
Friend, can I ask a quick question? How long has Arteta been at Arsenal?
I think this is his 5th year.
This is his 5th year.
Yeah.
If you compare his first year to now, which one do you think?
This one, he's made progress.
But he won a trophy in his first year.
He did.
Yeah.
So your question has answered. You've asked Citro's question in there.
No, you said which
one is better
said, no,
off?
hold on. Did you say last season or this
No,
season?
I'm saying his now.
Yes.
Arsenal now, when Arteta took over in his first year.
Yes.
Which one, where do you think...
This
compare
is
the two
how I
teams?
answer the question. Arsenal's team now is better and better placed than the team that he used to win the FA Cup. But if you're asking which of those teams are more successful, you cannot choose the current one. Because on what basis will you use to say that this current team is more successful than the team that won the FA Cup?
And what
but
basis
you
are
mentioned but two different words. But you mentioned progress and better. So he's built a better team now, but they haven't won. At the time, they won, even though the team wasn't great or wasn't as good as this one. So I'm saying in terms of, two definitions. In terms of success, which is the most successful team, it's that one. But which is the better team, it's this one. Now, you can ask my personal preference, what would I like?
And that's exactly what I asked.
Yes, I know. I get it.
Achieved.
So, and I answered your question about it depends what you want. Do you want to win or do you want a certain level of progress or consistency? Because teams hire managers for different reasons. There are managers that can take a team to a certain level but can't win. There are those that are needed to come and take the team and turn them into a winning team. My opinion on Eric Ten Hag, I don't think he's doing a great job at Man United. But I think it's very tricky to completely dismiss him because of the success. And that's why even he himself is using it in arguments all the time. That if you take out Man City, they've been the most successful team since he came in. And it's fact. You can't debate it.
No offense. Okay. So you see, look.
So I'm saying that the issue of success is very relative.
No,
what team is the subject matter here?
I'm talking about Man United.
Man United.
Yeah.
Are we serious?
Yes. I'm talking about Man United. And that was just my context. He finished 8th, the worst ever finished in the Premier League standings for a club.
Fair.
He was terrible in the Champions League.
Yes.
He finished bottom, didn't even make it to the Europa League.
Fair.
Then ended the season by beating Man City to win the FA Cup.
Fair.
That, in my opinion, for a Man United manager can't be defined altogether as success.
Fair.
You look at it in isolation, perhaps success. But in the context of the club, that is not satisfying.
Okay. You believe that Eric Ten Hag has not lent he's not brought anything to United, he's not lent anything in the 3 years he's been there, and you have videos to prove.
Look, he's wasting United's time. Because we are not seeing significant progress. Progress that should come year on.
Okay.
When you are making certain signings, when you are bringing certain players, we should see certain problems being fixed.
Right.
And Man United are not seeing those problems. I'm the last person who blame a player for a club's downfall. I just think that logic is absolutely pathetic.
Because the player didn't sign himself.
It's not the player didn't sign himself. Players operate per instructions.
Right.
Was something I was hammering when Lampard was at the job. Lampard wanted Kante gone. Lampard wanted Rudiger gone. Since Lampard left, Rudiger has won 2 Champions Leagues. Kante is one of the greatest.
He didn't play Jorginho even.
He didn't play Jorginho.
Tuchel came and played him.
He ostracized Alonso. So Tuchel comes in, uses the same players with a different set of instructions, and all of a sudden Chelsea are Champions League winners and they are competing for the big things.
And playing some fascinating football.
Look, players operate based on instructions. It is fact. No, there's no player that will reach the top of professional football and reach this level and will be playing the sort of football that the Man United players are playing week in, week out, consistently poor, under a good manager and under good instructions. It is not possible. It doesn't work like that. And if a player consistently gives off bad performances and you keep on playing him, it means he's doing certain things that you are happy with.
Yeah.
That's basically it. Because Pep Guardiola will not continue to play an underperforming player in his eyes. He will change him. If Arteta will do same, Klopp will do same, Slot will do same. Slot called out Szoboszlai just before the international window.
Yeah.
We saw the improved performances straight after the international window because he knows that if he doesn't do well, he's sitting on the bench. Gakpo came in for Jota. Jota came back this weekend. Jota played well. So there are standards. Big teams have standards. It doesn't matter who you are as a player. If you are not able to live up to those, we've seen Kevin De Bruyne get benched at Manchester City before.
Yes.
And this season,
Even Enzo,
Foden is not starting.
Foden is not starting
was the
games.
best Premier League player from last season.
Exactly. So teams have standards. Look, we all thought Nkunku would be a starter at Chelsea this season.
it's not automatic.
First game, he didn't do well on the bench. They gave him a chance in the Conference League. He wasn't too good. He's off. Sancho comes in 45 minutes. He does well. He starts in games. And now Nkunku is sitting on the bench. Pedro Neto, who they signed for 60 million, is sitting on the bench. The point
Same
is...
thing happened with Disasi.
If Madueke wasn't starting games,
Yeah, exactly. So there are standards. And if you are in a big team, you understand that you are not guaranteed a position. It is on a daily basis. So you prove yourself and you play. If you consistently keep on playing, it means the manager is happy with what you are doing.
Okay.
And the manager condones what you are doing. If the team is making mistakes consistently, it means the manager probably likes what is happening. Okay. And for me, that is where the issue is. So I've put down a couple of scenarios that played out in the United and Liverpool game. 2 of which were punished. In fact, 3 of which were punished.
All right.
Most people will simplistically put that game down on individual errors. I'll prove to you why they were not individual errors. And then also the Liverpool game and how poor Man United's strategy was in that game.
Welcome to Guinness Match Day. Daniel Cranting is going to the screen.
Stand
on the other side. I think it's much better that way. Yeah.
So I'll start with the Liverpool game was this weekend. Let me start with Liverpool.
No, first game was this weekend. That's fresh.
Okay. Then let me start with.
Okay.
So what I didn't get with Man United's, or what I didn't understand about Man United's plan was, first of all, the high line. Playing against a team that plays on the front foot in Tottenham Hotspur. A manager who has spoken about transition football being what he wants to instill in Manchester United. If you are playing a team like Tottenham, who already play a high line, who you've had joy over in the past couple of seasons, in terms of scenarios, Man United have had, last season when United went to the new White Hart Lane Stadium, yes, they lost 2-0, but they had really good scenarios in transition, exploiting the high line of Tottenham Hotspur. So why would you all of a sudden come into this game, you playing a high line and not backing it up with a press? There are certain principles in football that go together. You can't play a high line and sit off your opposition. Because if you are high up and you sit off, you give the opposition enough time to be able to pick passes in between the lines and exploit your high line. Yeah. And that's what United were doing in this game that I just didn't understand.
And like I said, it's not the Spurs game is not a one-off thing. And the way you spoke about how Liverpool targeted that midfield, it happened. Like, Ugarte looked lost in that middle of the park. Manu looked lost in that middle of the park. Nobody can tell me that every single player at Man United is terrible. But that is how they look at the moment. You can't pick one player in that United team and say, he is good, he's playing well. Nobody. Yeah. And that, in my opinion, can't be down to the players. It's got to be the whole environment, the coaching and everything, not great.
Very well. And that's that for Guinness Match Day. Fantastic analysis from Daniel Cranting. I hope you enjoyed it. Your messages are welcome. 0240-910-990. And, of course, when we come back, I messed up that number. It's on your screen, 0240-910-330. Lots of messages have come in, but do send them. We'll take a short break. When we come back, we will go to Karim for Ghanaian players abroad and then wrap up the conversation on the rest of the matches that have happened this weekend. Remember that this is a very special edition of Sports Zone. We wasted about 20 minutes of the show because of Doomso. I'm going to say it. And our agent said to was doing skirmishes. We apologize. But we're going to give you as much value as possible. So do stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back. This is Sports Zone. It's live on Joy Prime. We're on till 10:30 p.m. The show is proudly brought to you by Syntex Tank, your preferred water tank. Also by Guinness. And Guinness is now available in cans. Same smooth taste for you. And also Kivo 4-in-1 Gary Mix. All right. Kivo 4-in-1 Gary Mix. It's also proudly sponsoring this particular show. All right. I've got lots of your messages here. So let me read some of them before we introduce Karim and take you through Ghanaian players abroad. Lots of you have been sending in the messages on that WhatsApp number, 0240910330. This one is from Sweet. It says, "Sweet good evening, guys. I'm Bedroom Pep Guardiola from Ontario, Canada. It's been a while. Please, aren't you live on YouTube? By the way, Kopama and Lamine Yamal, who is the better player? Please do answer. My kid bro is watching. I've told him to record when you start reading the messages. He will send it to me later. Kopama, better. I don't even know why we are doing this debate. Good evening, guys. This year, Arsenal will win treble, but note that after women fear Black Stars Black Star landing. Oh, after women fear Black Stars, and you say landing is red. Interesting. That's a national fan. Fair enough. Okay. From Bedroom Pep Guardiola to Bedroom Rodrigo de Paul from La Paz. Please, friend, to how many times have I mentioned your name? You've wasted 32 minutes talking about your watches. Oh, Charlie, we are home waiting for you to start the show. When the time cuts to you close, extend the show. Okay. Please talk about Man United. So when you, I hope now you are happy. Because look at, we still have not talked about any other team except Man United. So shame on you. We, the Chelsea fans, are waiting for the Zuku team. 4 years to do more for Ten Hag. This one says, yeah, a lot of people were vexing that we were talking about our watches. Fair enough. Watching from Ningwa, Eko Kumsin says, Chelsea will say, yeah, good evening, fan. I'm a very happy Chelsea fan. Hi, Sports Zone. The La Liga is one team show. Only Madridistas always have the best out of the referees. They award Vino a penalty versus Betis. They denied Paul Victor of Barca versus Osasuna. They awarded Enrique a penalty out of a throw-in before the penalty. They deny Amal a playing handball by a defender in the box. It's sad and shameful to watch this kind of league. I do follow your program. Nice program always. This is a message from the Gambia. All right, interesting. Thank you very much for your message. CD Inje sent us that message all the way from Gambia. Clearly not happy with the officiating in that Osasuna game. Please, do you think Eric Ten Hag should be fired? Hoga Diboga, give him a 5-year contract. As far as I'm concerned, he won 2 trophies. Good evening to the Ghanaians. Why are your cameramen doing that to my man Daniki? Because Man United is struggling. I like his ring. Okay, Mohamed Ghazali from Tamale. Okay. Those messages came in earlier. Chelsea in good form brings joy to me. Vitus from Techiman. Tanoso sent us that message. Good evening, friend. Hi to my main man, Danike. Life is beginning to shine as Chelsea is doing very well, while United continue to scramble. We pray United continue to keep their coach as results continue to deteriorate as the weeks go by. Greetings to all Chelsea and United fans in China. Castro Steve from China with that message. Gazola from Wa says, good evening to all the people watching Sports Zone. Blue is the color, Chelsea is the name. I'm really enjoying what Sancho is bringing to the team. But for Palmer, he's on cloud 20. Good evening, bros. United's problem is the players. I don't think they really understand the manager system. I think most of the players are very new to the Premier League. Let's just give Ten Hag time. United will come back stronger because most of the players are his own players, and at the right time, they will understand his system. He's right man. Promise from Medina Food sort of a sentence.
His own players will understand his system at the right time.
At the right time.
This is worked with before.
Yes.
That are supposed to have understood the system already.
Yes.
At the right time, they will not understand.
Yes.
It's some way. Oh no, the message be some way. Like when it started at but the ending be some way.
Segaucho from Tamale says, good evening to the best sports crew on the planet, the Joy Sports team. The award is just a testament. Oh, the award, yes. Muftar Nabil Abdullahi of Joy Sports, standing host of this program. is the GJA Sports Journalist of the Year.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Congratulations.
Yes.
You scored it.
The only award that matters.
Yes.
It's the only award in journalism that matters.
GJA, the award with the boldest president in the history of Ghana. Sicho, what are you saying? Sicho, stop backbiting and gossiping.
I'm saying that.
Say it with your chest.
I'm saying that Muftau is a top chatter.
Yes, thank you.
I mean, he deserves it.
Yes. So that is the award that Gaucho from Tamale is talking about. Okay. And then he continues to say that all I can say is that may the good Lord continue to bless you guys and slot you to the very top of your careers.
Slot.
You will never walk alone.
Never walk alone.
Say Gaucho, thank you for your message. This one says, Fenchu, be mindful that no player takes FA Cup competition serious as EPL. Therefore, when you win FA Cup, you've done absolutely nothing better because no player ignores to join a club because of FA Cup. Okay. But they can reject the club because of UCL qualification. Ten Hag is not a coach, okay, from Hebron sent me that message. This one says, what Daniel is saying is actually true. Enzo Maresca was very confident in cutting his squad size. He had the audacity in sending his message through to his owners, unlike the other coaches who are just complaining about the squad size. Kwaku Pomi from Choco Mamprobi sent that message. This message says, good evening, guys. This is Bride Doe. Charlie, the guy has sent me an essay. You know why? Bride Doe.
Bride Doe.
Lamentations. Because the chef in Barcelona. Bride says, my opinion about this at Eric Ten Hag and Arteta is simple. You don't necessarily rank a team's performance over a season or knockout tournaments. The league tells us how consistent you've been over the period. The knockout tournaments don't happen one day. They also happen over a season. But let me continue. We've had teams who have had extremely bad season, but all of a sudden start winning games in knockout games to win. No, the knockout wins come in between the poor performances in the league. It's not all of a sudden. You start from the beginning. They can go and lose in the league and go and win the cup game. That's not all of a sudden. Examples are 2012 Chelsea, 2016 Real Madrid. Man United winning those trophies cannot really be seen as success because the owners of that club don't see that as success. They want to see their club competing with their co-equals. Finally, you cannot be bad throughout the whole season, hence bad teams winning knockout competition sometimes. Thank you. Let me take it. They want to see their club competing with their co-equals. Man United met Man City in the FA Cup and beat them. Are Man City not their co-equals? Huh? Bright. Anyway, I've got more messages, but let me switch to Karim now.
Rimus.
Who is standing by with Ghanaian players abroad. Why has he done his face like that? Karim, welcome to the show, man.
That's his fresh boy face. Rimus.
Hey, someone asked you a question. You decided to answer the question alone.
What's that?
He says between Cole Palmer and Lamia, who is the best player?
I answered the question. He asked me the question. So let's go
to ask you.
You don't have a lot of time.
I don't have a lot of time. Let's move on.
Yes,
but we'll deal with that later.
Go on. Yes.
There are some questions in my head that are ringing around when you see players. Man United is not doing well. You are saying the coach is not great. Majority say the coach is not good. He has good players. Can we apply same to the Black Stars?
Where is he going with this?
Can we apply same to the Black Stars? We can't.
You are not correct. I won't ask you.
We can't apply same to the Black Stars.
Are you saying that he's not consistent?
Yes.
He goes to blame Ten Hag for the Man U lack of performance. But when it comes to Black Stars,
he's saying something different.
Ten Hag coaches the players from Monday to Friday, Monday to Friday, only to go and do nonsense. Otuado sees them twice in 3 months. You want to compare the same thing? Monday to Friday, every day. Tomorrow morning he will see them.
Why did I ask this question?
Tomorrow morning he will see them.
Gary, remind him that Kwesi Appiah also sees them, his players, 2 days, and Sudan is winning.
International management is
extremely
difficult.
Wait, I beg. Let me carry on. We'll talk about it next week. Today, let me just do...
You have 5 minutes.
Yes, I'll touch on a few places. I'll dash you some 1 minute.
Go ahead.
Joseph Annan, since leaving West Ham, where he has not played a professional game for them in the Premier League or any other competition, and he's gone to join St. Patrick's, that is in Ireland. And in 8 games he has played for them. This past weekend, That was on Friday. He kept his second clean sheet for them when they won 3-0 against Shamrock Rovers. Today again he played, but if it was today's performance, he wouldn't be here. So forget about today's one. Ali said it. He's consistently how he's playing is consistently being changed by the club. This weekend again, like this season, they are playing in a back three system. That is Rene. And they lost 3-1 to PSG. And he played as a left-sided defender of the three back. And in that position, how he plays, I'm saying, is changing because as a left-sided center back of the three back system, he was the most fouled player, most accurate passer to play 45 minutes or more, and also won most of the duels, most duels in that game. So I don't understand.
And he was voted Ren Player of the Month.
Yes, Ren Player of the
Even
Month.
scored in VAR to the goal.
I don't know if that is a position Otto can also look at playing him, or he's still.
That is something we can leave to Otto. Let's move on.
But I'm communicating with Otto. So what are you saying? I'm talking to Otto. You are saying, you don't know the Black Stars cries, the three-back system we need. Maybe that is just the solution. We should play him as part of the three-back system and let him play at the left side of the three-back.
Yes, we get it. Karim, we are saying that if you watch him there, Otto has seen him there. So let's leave the decision to Otto.
And I am talking to Otto. I am Otto. Anything you say through me will get to him. So why are you arguing?
Charlie, the guy, should I sack him from my show?
If you sack me, the viewers will veto that you bring me back. They are here to watch what I am coming to do. So let me carry.
So Jerome Opoku, Partey.
Yes, so what I'm doing is 4-3-3, but the back is very solid, not demanding so much from the wingers and midfielders. I have Elisha Owusu, who played for AJ Oxlade, and they won 3-0 against, is it Montpellier? I can't quite remember the team. No, that is Brestois. 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 He scored his first ever goal in the French Ligue 1, and they won 3-0. Gideon Mensah, also in that game, Gideon Mensah made his first appearance of the season after more than 70 days out with injury. Maybe he'll be back for the Black Stars against Sudan. He'll bring a luck. Then Abu Francis, he played for Cercle Brugge, and they drew 1-1 against, forgotten, but in that game he won 11 recoveries. He made 11 recoveries, and that was the most of any player in that game. Then Mohamed Husseini, he played for Royal Union St. Gilloise and scored his third goal of the season.
So talk to me more about him. He's coming into a playoff
yes.
team.
Last season, he played on loan in the Danish League, and this season, he's moved to during the summer, he moved to Royal Union St. Gilloise, and he's playing in Europe as well. And in 8 games, he has scored 3 goals.
He's a winger?
He can play a lot of positions. He can play as a winger. But over the weekend, he played for a two attackers, 4-4-2, and he was the second attacker partner with another player, and he scored his third goal of the season in 8 matches, a goal and an assist. Then Mohamed Beidou, basically the team.
Mohamed or Michael?
Michael Beidou, his team.
You said Mohamed, that's why.
Oh, okay. His team is now changing his position from a midfielder to a number 9. And over the weekend, that was where he played for Elfsborg, and they won 3-0 against Kalmar, that is in Sweden. Also, that is his 10th goal in about 23 or 26 games, and as well as, I think, 6 or so assists. So in 26 games, he has scored 10 goals. Then in the same game as well, there's another Ghanaian, Jalal Abdullahi, he also scored for them in that win. Then Joseph Pencil, he scored for LA Galaxy, and they won 4-2 against Vancouver, that is in the MLS, and that was also his 10th goal there in the MLS and 7 assists. So, honorable mention to Antoine Semenyo. He played this evening and scored a fantastic goal and was everywhere for his team, and they won.
All right, thank you very much,
Big catalog of goals for Bournemouth.
Yeah, he has. He's coming to a playoff. Guys, we have a lot to cover. Unfortunately, today hasn't been very friendly with us. But I would like to pick your minds on, like, maybe 40-second thoughts on different topics that I really have. Mohamed Kudus. Lopetegui says selfish, and he substituted him after just 45 minutes.
He didn't necessarily use the word selfish, but that's what perhaps he implied.
Yes. Implied that he's not a team player.
Not necessarily a team player. Well, look, truth is he made 2 substitutions right from the break. Kudus was one of them. He said that the team played a lot better when he made those changes, and those players were not necessarily team players. And that can be true. And there's no shame in that. We know Mohamed Kudus. When Kudus plays in a team that has an attacking freedom, get the ball and do what you can do with your own ability, he's brilliant, right? But we know Julian Lopetegui's background. He's a coach who likes to play in systems where, if even you're an attacker, your behavior on the pitch affects how the midfield operates and even how the backline also responds to it. And that is where maybe then Kudus is struggling to be part of the entire system, because on his own as an individual, he can be explosive when he's given the freedom, as you saw under Moyes, but not the same for Lopetegui.
Okay.
And that has affected Bowen's play, Paqueta's play, Kudus' play. It's not only a Kudus matter, it's the coach's style.
Okay. Dadike, speak to me about Cole Palmer.
He's a gem. He's an absolute gem. Look, very few players make the right decision on the ball. I'll say 90-95% of the time. Cole Palmer hardly ever makes a bad decision. And he's so good and he's so seamless in his actions. He's such a delight to watch. And for me, it's one of those things where I'm happy that the gods of football made him go to Chelsea. Because had he stayed at Manchester City, we wouldn't have seen it.
Yeah.
So I'm happy that Chelsea have embraced it. They are building the team around him, allowing him to flourish. He's not just a scorer, he's a creator. He's so intelligent off and on the ball. Like he's look, I think one more season, and I think I'll be able to call him a
And look at the pass he gave Jackson.
Yeah.
That he wasted.
Outrageous.
He was crazy.
And
by the way, here's a stat that will blow your mind. Ever since Cole Palmer made his Chelsea debut at the start of last season, he's made more goal contributions than any player in the Premier League.
No surprise.
That's ridiculous.
It's brilliant.
Anyway, there's Champions League football. We have live commentary on Hits FM for you tomorrow and on Wednesday. But that's our show this evening, brought to you by Guinness, Kivo, and Syntex Tank. My name is Fentio Tahiro Fentio. Thanks for joining us on Ekran Singh and Joffa Philip Stream Web.